the back. He'll have to pass them all over again. Now with 3 trailers, Steve's rig is as heavy as a 737 jet and longer than an Olympic-sized swimming pool. To overtake, he'll need to travel at up to 100 kilometres an hour for 1 minute on the wrong side of the road.
Righto, I'm on you now. Is everyone good to go?
It's critical he has clear communication with the other driver.
The person that I listen to the most, the voice of the other truckie, I will put my life in his hands rather than the other people. Thanks, mate.
1 down, 1 to go.
Are you calling the triple between the tyres and the machine?
There's a problem.
Too much radio chatter on.
Steve can't hear the driver.
I'm getting a bit of chatter coming over the top from other supersized loads around.
He must wait until he knows he's talking to the right truck. It's a life or death decision.
Righto, mate, I'm into it.
There's barely enough room for 2 cars. Steve needs to hold his nerve and stay on the road. After almost trading paint with an oversized dump truck,
The old heart ticks away a bit there while you're doing it.
Steve Graham has reached the Great Central Road. 1,200 kilometres of hard-driving dirt highway. It's a serious challenge for any vehicle and driver brave enough to take it on. The biggest hazard are corrugations, regular bumps in the road caused by traffic. They may look smooth from a distance, but get up close and they're a real truck killer.
Do you hate them? Yes. Will you still hate them when you retire, Steve? Yes. Corrugations are the bane of my life. I hate them because they wear me out, sitting there bouncing me around, knocking me to bits. I don't like corrugations. And they knock the freight around and they make me go slower and I've got to stop to fix things all the time. I haven't got a lot of good to say about corrugations. Righto, we'll go.
To protect his truck and the freight, Steve needs to reduce the impact.
Either get up to a moderate speed where you're skating across the top of them without doing too much damage, or down the first gear, the really, really big ones, and just put up with it. Just spend all day just climbing up and down it, basically. Teeny doesn't like it much either, do you, Teeny?
Get it wrong, and he could be joining an outback graveyard.
There's a lot of dead ones on the side of the road. Oh, look, there's another one that didn't make it. Another one that didn't make it.
But it's not just corrugations that can cause him trouble. There are more than 1 million wild camels in the outback, and an adult bull can weigh in at more than 700 kilos.
You sort of don't get much warning, and they will do some damage to the bloody truck if you hit them. Once one came out and he sort of propped and went back, but his head was far enough out it smashed the air clean off the side of the truck and he spun around. And the poor old fellow was in a bit of a bad way. I had to shoot that bloke. He had a broken jaw and he wasn't good.
Suddenly, out of the scrub, several of his 62 tyres are leaking and need to be pumped up. And he's got another problem. Strong winds combined with 40 tonnes of high-sided freight means Steve's been burning more diesel than usual.
I'm concerned about my fuel, which is a bloody nuisance because if I can't get to Curtin Springs, I have to break this road train up and go into Yalara and fuel up. There's not much bloody fuel in there. So get me 35 k's will do it.
To make matters worse, his tyres aren't inflating. There's something wrong with the truck's air pressure system. The fault's in a valve that controls the cab's suspension.
Ah, for f***'s sake.
After 3 hard days, it's the last straw.
I'm pissed off because I had to grovel under there twice in the dark last night. That's why I'm pumping my tyres up the light, because the ride height valve's not working properly and it's dumping all the air, and it's taking me a long time to pump up my tyres because the air's going out of that new valve and I can't reach under here and adjust the bloody thing. As I should be able to shift that rod and make the f***ing cab go up at the ride level and shut the air off, but it's not. It's dumping out to atmosphere underneath the truck instead of going into my tyres, and it's annoying me. Once again, it's time bleeding away from me. I should be 40 kilometres down the road now and fueled up, and I'm wasting time here doing this.
The fault's affecting nearly every part of his truck.
Air brakes, air gear shift, air assisted, lots of things.
Steve Graham has finally got enough air in his tyres and is limping into town. He needs fuel fast.
It's nearly on empty.
And his engine is starting to protest. Finally, he's made it, but this stop is going to be painful.
$2.11 a litre. Putting fuel in at that price, when that happens, that does hurt you. 470 litres, $1,000. I've got to pay for it, shed a tear, buy something bad for me like chips or something.
It's time for Steve to pull over for the night and get some much needed rest. In the morning, he'll start the second leg of his journey to one of the most isolated communities in the world. But before he hits the sack, Steve wants to check his truck. If he's to carry on, he must be sure it's good to go. The faulty valve is still leaking, but under the hood, there's even more bad news. It's his air compressor. Its paintwork is cracked and the washers sealing it have bent out of shape.
I don't know why these are lifting. I might have to make a phone call on this. I have heard the thing where I thought it was a ride height valve, I might actually have a compressor that's playing up here.
His $90,000 engine is barely a few weeks old. Repairs won't be cheap.